Welcome everybody to our clarity and focus session here at Consulting Unleashed. Our goal here, yeah, I'll mention that today, Peter. Thank you. The appointment funnel from Facebook funnel to appointment. I'll talk about that. Okay, so welcome. The purpose of these sessions is one, to give you some direction, to give you some focus, to give you some, the understanding of opportunity in the marketplace, to give you business advice that you can take advantage of and apply and implement in your businesses. As I said, I want to help as many people who are in this space of marketing services, business improvement services, to maximize the opportunity that we have right now, where people are asking a lot of questions in this market. A lot of brick and mortar businesses. By the way, the search volumes for how to market online, or how to market small business, or how to market specific business online, the search volume has more than quadrupled. I was talking to some of my SEO experts yesterday who were doing some searching for different services that are actually being searched for right now on in Google Trends, and using some creative tools, software tools that are using to find out where the messaging is right now. In every category right now, in terms of search of how do we market online, how do we go virtual, how do we, and even if we tag on, for plumbers, for insurance people, for like, you start looking at those keywords and those niches, more than 4 times in the last month, the traffic has quadrupled for those questions. That tells me there's a lot of people who are trying to figure this out, and they are looking for you. They're looking for you in the market right now, and they can't find you because you're not there. Or if you are there, they are finding you, right? But let me tell you, they are searching and they're looking. Just to give you some stats, 40% of our champions in March, 40% brought on 4 or more customers, 4 or more brand new clients. We've had 15% of the champions that we work with, in Consulting Champions, have seen the biggest month in the history of revenue in their business in March. 15% of the people who are working with Consulting Champions have seen their biggest revenue months, right? Their biggest revenue months in the history of their business in lockdown, right? In the history of business. We had one person who did 100%, right, of their annual revenue in 1 month last month, which is absolutely crazy. But that's showing you that there are people out there who are looking for your services, who are actively looking, engaging with clients. Like I said, 40% had 4 or more customers come into their business last month. We had another 60% that had two or more clients come into their business last month. So it's just showing me, from a trend point of view, even in this time of uncertainty, even in this time of craziness, there are still clients that are spending money. I was talking to one of our resource partners. They did 24 new projects, new SEO, Facebook AdWords and AdWords projects this week. 24 new people. They had 10 agencies bring in new clients in the last week as well. In the last 4 weeks, they've had over 120 new clients coming into their services in the last 4 weeks. So to me, that's telling me that the trend of the market is up. Now, there are people who are retreating from the marketplace. That's not to say that there are people who aren't dropping like flies, and there are. In fact, 17% of the market will not come back into business. More than 17% of small to medium businesses aren't coming back in the next 2 to 3 months. That is going to leave a massive freaking gap, right? I'll say that again. That's going to leave a massive freaking gap in the market for every business genre in the market. So those who are actually in business right now, who are staying, those who are actively, progressively looking at ways of improving, they're the ones that are going to come out of this way stronger, right, into the marketplace. Yeah. So understand that that right now we are in the best space in the world to be generating clients, right? Because if you're not generating clients right now, you're not being active, you're not doing anything. And I know that those people who are showing up every day here are wanting to take action, or wanting to do those things in the marketplace. So I'm going to try and give you the best of what I know. And I'm also going to be answering your questions directly here as we go, because I want to make this as interactive as possible. I am recording this. We're going to place this. You will have access to these recordings. I'll let you know in a second where you can get access to the recordings. I see a lot of people have been jumping into the Facebook group. I really appreciate you do that. We're letting you in because, as I said, we are going to be posting that in the Consulting Unleashed Facebook group. We are posting this in the Consulting Unleashed YouTube channel. We are posting these in Vimeo as well, but I will give you where to go to get access to all of the resources that we're providing here. So at the end of the day, we want to just try and help as many people as possible to do as well as they can in the marketplace. So just so I know you can hear me, just type in a 1 on your keyboard, just so I know that you're there, that you're hearing me and you can see me. Just type in 1. Awesome. Great. Thank you, Trent. Good to see you here. Tanya, nice to have you back. Kristen, thank you for being here. Nuno, good to see you here. Lex, awesome. Thank you. All right, awesome. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing my screen again. I'll put my best Iowa accent on. All right, so first of all, if you go to consultingunleashed.com/go, it will give you 3 things that you can get access to. You can get access to the Consulting Unleashed Facebook group directly by going to that link. Don't put www in, just go consultingunleashed.com/go. This will also show you where to get the subscription to the YouTube channel where these videos are being posted. Make sure when you go to the YouTube channel that you go on the little bell and turn on notifications, because as this video is being uploaded, you'll be immediately notified that this video is available and for you to go and find. So make sure you turn your notification on when you subscribe to that channel. And if you're in the Facebook group, you can go to the Facebook group. Now, I also have a free mini course that you can get access to. If you go to consultingunleashed.com, it's on that page. You can access that course. I'm about to upload a new course that I've been developing to help people through this time to maximize their opportunity. If you are in my email list, I will make sure that you get access to that new program that I'll be delivering into the marketplace so that you don't miss out. So make sure you jump in at Consulting Unleashed, subscribe to the mini course. You will automatically get access to the new course that I'm putting up that is dealing with the mess that we are in COVID-19. So with you, I just want to make sure that I can just see the chat for myself on there. And let's see the participants so I can see you over here so that I can unmute you later and have conversation. So, all right, so one of the things that I want to talk about is we should acknowledge our wins. So if you've had a win, big or small, if you want to type it in the chat, you might have generated a client, you might have created something new, you might have had a great conversation, whether it be a big or small. What I want to do is I want to acknowledge those people who are proactive. I want to congratulate you. The more support and encouragement we can have as a community for those who are doing things and taking action. So if you in chat, just type in if you had a big or a small win over the last week, big or small win. Doesn't have to, it could be something simple like, you've reached out to a client, or you saved a client, or you got a new client, or you built a new lead magnet, or you got a new offer. Kristen just got off the phone setting up a new meeting for tomorrow. Congratulations. So you've got yourself an appointment for a sales opportunity. So if we can just, big or small, it doesn't matter. If you want to contribute, you want to share, just let's acknowledge you and let's congratulate you on your proactivity. Because at the end of the day, we are operating in our bedrooms, in our garages, in all those sorts of people. 3 first touch calls today, 1 strategic partnership conversation. That's awesome, Danella. Congratulations. Got 2 proposals, went out yesterday. 1 is already come back keen. Awesome. Congratulations, Tanya. Dano received a down payment for a dentist website. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. So you got paid. That's awesome. Any other wins? Congratulations to those people. This is fantastic stuff. Any other wins, big or small, it doesn't matter. If you've been making appointments, if you've got a new lead magnet that you're testing, you've got a new offer that you put out there, you had a conversation, you made a sale, you picked up some cash, just type it in the chat here, because as I said, we want to acknowledge those people who are proactive. Closed off March, 10K up from last year. Tanya, congratulations. That is awesome. $10,000 up in the lockdown mode. That is well done. Posted a new offer, Mark. Congratulations. That's great. Keep an eye out. By the way, if Kristen, no, it wasn't Kristen, it was Tanya. If you've got 2 proposals out there that went out yesterday, you want to be following up your proposals within 24 hours or 48 hours. So when you finish, when you've had that conversation and you've got the information out there, you want to, in that phone call where you've done your presentation, you want to let them know and say, listen, is it okay if I call you at 9 o'clock tomorrow or 11 o'clock tomorrow or 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Thursday? Which would you prefer? 24 to 48 hours is when you want to be closing deals. Don't leave your follow-up longer than 24 to 48 hours, right? So if you're gonna do that, anybody listening to this and you're proposing or providing a quote to somebody in the marketplace, you just want to make sure that you are following that, closing that deal within 24 to 48 hours, because anything after 48 hours, they're actually going to forget about 75% of what you talked about. And then what they're going to do with your quote is they're going to go straight to the back page and look at the price. That's the first thing they're going to do. So they're going to forget all about the value and all the good stuff, and they're going to go, how much is this thing going to cost us? Because most people right now are thinking cost rather than ROI. We need to shift their thinking to ROI. So if you're doing proposals out there for people, you want to make sure that you follow up within 24 to 48 hours if it's a follow-up period, and you want to set the time. So you don't give them that, you don't sit there and say, hey, you know, I'll give you a call in a week. You say, hey, look, my calendar's pretty full right now. I can either call you at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, or we can have a discussion at 9 a.m. the following day. Which of those 2 times suit you best? Great, I'm going to lock that in my calendar. Make sure you lock it in the calendar. I will see you then. Thanks again for being part of this. I'm really looking forward to helping and working with you. There's your script, right? So that's how I'd approach it. I'll have a presentation in the doctors group on April on the 15th. We need to talk. Yes, Dano, we need to talk. That's week after next. So yeah, so you took advantage of the person who was allowing you to have webinars with their doctors. That's amazing. That's an awesome opportunity there, Dano. So well done on booking that in. So my next thing that I want to talk about is your next paying customer. Oops. All of you need to focus on getting to your next paying customer. That's all you need to do. The question is how many people do you need to speak to, right? How many presentations or how many appointments, or let's call them apps, how many appointments do you have to do, right, to get a presentation? And how many presentations, right? How many sales presentations do you need to get a sale? Because that's going to determine how you get to your next client, right? So how many appointments you need, right? Okay, to get a presentation, to get one, right? Let me just wipe this out. To get one presentation, right? And then how many sales presentations do you need to get one sale? That's what you need to look at, right? That's the ratio that you need to focus. So for some people, for example, one of my champions right now, they're on 100% conversion rate. They're converting every deal right now, which is absolutely amazing. Now that's not going to last. In fact, they closed a $5,000 a month deal with a plumber yesterday, $60,000 on agreement. They closed, and they've got another deal for $10,000 for doing a mixture of Facebook ads and email marketing. So $5,000 a month, Facebook ads, email marketing. 10K was doing a strategy plan, 10K a month strategy plan, Facebook ads. This doesn't include ad spend, by the way. Facebook ads and lead management. So in terms of, you know, how do you manage those leads that you generate from Facebook? So that's all they're doing. 10K a month. Signed up a tech company, and 5K a month for a plumber out there that is out there looking to actively capitalize on the gap that is in the marketplace. So the question is, right, we have 8 hours of our day, and right now we are in our confined spaces. We're sitting there with our laptops in our bedrooms, in our garages, in our on the kitchen bench, preferably not wearing our underwear, or sorry, you should be wearing underwear, but putting pants on or a dress on. But you know, what are you doing right now to get that one presentation? You know, what the thing that you need to be thinking about is, what is your offer right now, right? What is your offer? So what I want to do is I want to help you craft, or at least think about how you approach your offer. Because right now, right, question mark, right now, we need to think about our messaging in relation to the offer we're making, right? So going back to, and you've all seen this before, but I'll, so right now, businesses are in security mode. Right? That's where businesses are right now. So when you're in security mode, you are managing cash flow. Okay? Right, that's number one. Number two, you're counting cash in. Because what you want to do is you want to stay in business. Because without your business, you're on the unemployment line. Right? This is security mode, right? This is where most businesses are sitting right now. So you want to manage cash flow, you're counting your cash in, you're sitting there going, how do we stay in business, right? That's the thing. And so you're looking, you're also, the other thing you got to realize that most businesses are reacting. Right? They're reacting to the situation. Right? So they're panicking, right? Panic, irrational decisions, right? So in the Western world, last Wednesday to Friday were the two worst days in the history of business in the Western world. Right, the last Wednesday, between last Wednesday and Friday, it was three of the worst days in business, because that was the time where certain actions from our government to socially distance, to lock us down, to do all that sort of stuff, right? There was this critical period where a lot of businesses just cut their marketing budgets. They cut their advertising, they cut their marketing, they pulled out, right, from what they're doing in the marketplace. This was a very reactionary thing. They were reacting to the situation, right? Now, funnily enough, on Monday of this week, right, this Monday of this week, we saw a whole bunch of people jump into the market. In fact, I was talking to one of our champions just before this call, and it's all of a sudden, it's really funny. He said some people actually stopped, came back, and they started up again. They went, oh, yeah, we need to keep this thing going. Right, in the marketplace. But they also saw an influx of new inquiries. We had one of our agencies that picked up about $25,000 worth of cash in just on Monday from deals of people saying, hey, we've got to run our ads, we've got to do all this stuff. What do we do? They're asking for advice, they're asking for feedback. And the reason why they're getting these inquiries is because, one, they're actively very visible in their market. They send lots of emails to their prospective customers. They've been communicating, messaging, and saying, hey, what are you doing right now? Are you being reactionary? Are you making rash decisions? Are you actually thinking about how you're going to stay in business and actually go through this in the marketplace, right? So remember, at the security phase, a lot of businesses, right, are in this phase right now, the security phase. So here, if we were looking at this timeline right now, and this is, let's say, the next 3 months, right? So this is 3. Right. There are businesses right now, and I know for a fact, because the numbers are coming in from some statistics right now, 17% are not coming back. %17 of businesses in most markets are not coming back to business in the next 2 to 3 months, right? 17% of businesses, right? And so right now, there's a whole bunch of businesses right now that are asking questions, right? The questions they're asking is, they're operating very much from this security mode. They're very much operating from the security mode, right? There's about 40% of businesses right now that are sitting right now on this line, right? They're the ones that are, you know, looking at cash flow, right? They're letting staff go, right? They're managing employees right now, right? Team. They're managing team right now. Okay, so they're struggling right now. They're struggling. They're looking for options, right? These people have no plan. Most businesses in the marketplace, if you understand what I'm sharing with you, they operate like promotions. They go from promotion to promotion to promotion to promotion. There is no plan. There's no strategy. Most businesses in the small to medium market, which is 75% of employment in the Western world, do not think strategically, and they do not think that I want to build this thing and I want to stay in business. They're thinking from day to day to day, week to week to week. They're not even thinking month to month. There is no plan. I will ask you, I can literally, if you ask this question, it'd be great to do this test, right? In fact, I'm going to do this test right now. How many of you here, right, right now have selected a revenue figure that you want to earn in the month of April? Just be honest. If you, you don't have to give me what the figure is, but if you type 1, that you actually have a figure that you've selected you're working towards, type 1. If you haven't set a revenue objective or goal, type 2. If you haven't set a revenue objective for this month right now, just type 2, right? So we've got lots of 1s, we've got lots of 2s. Who else? If you haven't set a revenue objective to achieve in the month of April, just type 2. If you have set a revenue objective for this month, right, select a 1. Because right now, if we don't set a revenue objective for the month, how the hell are we going to get it? It's impossible, right? Day to day, what our actions are to engage the market, what are we doing to proactively help? What are we doing to actually source? If we don't set a revenue goal for the month, remember that 15% of the people that I work with have had their record month in March in lockdown, in agencies, record for the entire business in 30 days, right? We've had more than 40% generate more than 2 to 4 or more clients in the last 30 days, right? And the reason why is, one of the things I'm very adamant about is, if you don't set an objective to aim for, you're going to hit whatever you have or haven't set with amazing accuracy. So if you have no expectation, you're going to hit that figure with amazing accuracy. If you have an expectation, at least you're going to be moving towards that. Now, you may not hit the expectation, but you're going to be better off than 0, right? Because what you're focusing on is to get to that outcome, right? So for those of you who wrote 2, right, I don't need you to type this out, but I need you to write down somewhere, cash in next 30 days. Cash banked, cash in next 30 days. That could be $2,000, that could be $5,000, that could be $20,000, that could be $30,000, whatever that number is, cash banked in the next 30 days, right? That's what you need to do. Now, if you look at what you're charging on average per client, so let's do a little bit of math here, right? So let's say I want to put $10,000 worth of cash, right? 10K cash in the next 30 days, right? Now, if I was selling my services, let's say my price, let's say I was selling my services for $1,000, well, let's say $2,000, right? $2,000 per client per month, right? So if I want to put $10,000 in my bank account and I'm selling $2,000 packages, I need 5 clients, 5 paying clients, right? That's what I need. So my next question is, right, how many people do I need to speak to get 5 customers, right? Now, if my package was $3,000, if I was at 3 grand, right, I need 3 clients. If I had a 5K package, I need 2 clients. If I have a 10K package, I have 1 client, right? My question is, whatever that number is, right, you got to divide that number by 4. So if you say, so one of the things I want you to type in, if you've worked it out, think about the number, the cash in, right? Cash in, right? Whatever the cash in, right? Divided by average sale, right? Equals number of customers, right? Equals a number of customers, right? Okay. So how many customers do you need to get your cash in? You all should have figured out that math right now. I want to make this really practical right now. So whatever money you want to cash in, right? Cash banked, not cash, not realized, just banked, right? So I want to put, if I want to put 10 grand in and I'm charging 2 grand per client per month, then I need 5 clients. If I'm charging 3 grand, I need roughly 3. If I'm charging 5, I need 2. So how many clients, if you type in the chat right now, if you can hear me, how many clients do you need to come on board to hit that revenue goal that you've just set? Danielle says 4 or more. Awesome. Who else? 2 to 3, 5, 1 client, 4, 6. Who else? 2 to 3, 20 clients. Adrian, we need to look at what you're selling and how much you're selling it for. Tanya, 5 clients, 4, 5, 2 to 3. Yeah. So it's anywhere really between 1 to 2. Okay. So it's anywhere really between, on average, it's between 2 and 5, right? On average, it's 2 and 5. That's basically what we've got here, right? Average is 2 to 5 clients, right? Okay, so now we need to put in a plan to sell to 2 or 5 clients, right? We need to put in a plan to sell to 2 or 5 clients this month. So what's our plan? We've got to figure out what problem are we solving, right? What problem are we solving? Right now. Remember that businesses are in security mode. So what problem are we solving? Because where they want to go from security to belonging, connection. This is where they're heading. I'm in security, but I need to connect. I need to engage. I need to make money, right? Self-esteem and aspiration, not important right now. These goals, these desired outcomes right now, right? Not important right now, right? Not important to business, right? This plan here that we've just put together, right? This little plan here, this plan, right? That we put together here, right? We need to focus, we need to hustle, right? We need to be in startup mode. Right now, big or small, the people that I'm working with closely, we are hustling and working up. Hustling up and working up right now, because at the end of the day, we need to take cash from wherever we can get it right now. We are in a time of crisis, uncertainty, financial issues. We need to get money creatively from wherever we can take money from, right? So we've either got to adapt our offer to where the market is to security. We need to adapt our offer to security, right? And then how do we get our clients belonging and connected, right? That's what we're doing right now. So my question to you is, let's talk this out together, right? What problem are you solving right now? What problem are you solving? Think about where your market is, where the customers are, where the businesses are. What problems are you solving right now? Right now, just type in, what problem are you solving? So Adam's saying obscurity. I don't know what that means, Adam, but if you can elaborate on that, it'd be great. So the question I'm asking you here is, what problem right now are you solving in your business? That's the question. In terms of the customers, in terms of the service you deliver, what is the problem, right? So Kristen says, I'm giving people security. Okay, so you need to elaborate on that a little bit. What security are you giving them? That's the thing, right? Right now, businesses are in security mode. Cash flow, team, putting staff on furlough, looking at my options. How are we going to bring money into this business? These are all these questions. These businesses here are asking all these questions right now. These businesses here are asking all these questions in the middle, right? There is a third group of category right now which is spending money, right? Let's turn the third group into the greenies, right? The third group right now is on this trajectory, right? I can give you, for every industry in the marketplace, I can give you countless industries that are thriving where there are industries or businesses where there are closing. So for example, in the HVAC market, the air conditioning market, I know of HVAC businesses right now where their phones are ringing off the hook and they're busier than ever before, and they haven't got enough team to handle all the inquiries they're getting right now. But I also know that I know a whole bunch of HVAC businesses that are not getting any inquiries right now because they shut their doors and they've sent their people home. So here, at one level, we've got businesses that are freaking flying in this market. And at another level, we've got people who aren't making any money in the market, they're leaving the market. So the dichotomy of the two. So what are these people that are getting clients and getting phone calls doing that these people who've decided not to be in business anymore, or at least for now, are not doing? And I'll tell you what they're doing. They're advertising, AdWords, PPC, they're email marketing like crazy, and they're dealing with their customers virtually. They're also changing the way their customers pay. They're actually paying online, and they're doing it virtually as well. So they're taking cash through payment links online, right? They don't have to physically touch the customer or be in an environment where the customer gets involved. They literally wave to the customer, let me get to it. And then I'll be out of your hair and you'll be safe and sound and you'll have an air conditioning or heating unit that's working right now. So this is the challenge, or this is the interesting thing, is right now, if the question I'm asking you, and if you don't know what problem you're solving, then we need to talk about what the hell you're offering to people, right? How's that going, right? So Kristen says you're stabilizing their cash flow. Yep, awesome. The problem for clients is a lack of business. Existing business is dropping off, yes. New leads are possibly scarce, yes. Business model not appropriate for the new normal. Trent, all of those things are relevant to the market. The question I'm asking you is, right, from there, from the problem we're solving to the offer that we're making to solve that problem. So McGill, helping businesses stay in business. That's awesome. Miguel, what does that mean? To the what businesses are we talking about? What types of businesses? Are we talking about plumbers? Are we talking about physiotherapists? Are we talking about chiropractors? Are we talking about dentists? Are we talking about accountants? Are we talking about financial planners? Are we talking about product category providers? Are we talking about retail? What are we talking about? Who are we helping? Get the phone ringing with paying customers using local search and Google My Business. Absolutely, Brian. Absolutely. There is a solution there. Right? So if we are solving this problem, right, we need to make sure that we need to craft an offer. And sometimes your offer is to offer a plan or options in time of crisis. Right? Sometimes your offer is to offer a plan that's going to work in times of crisis. Because remember I said most people don't have a plan. Most people, like here, half of you did not even have a plan for revenue this month, right? That means that you're not making any plans to make any money this month. That doesn't make any sense. You're in business. As a business owner, you need to be planning to be making money. You need to be planning to bringing in cash. The question you have to ask yourself is, what strategies or what processes do I have right now to bring that cash revenue our business? So the first offer that you can make to the market is a plan, is to offer a plan. Yeah. The first process or the first offer is to offer a plan, right? So here's the other thing. You can offer money. I should say offer access to money. So here's what's happening right now in local governments, in state governments and federal governments all over the world. In the Western world, they have stimulus packages, right? So I'm going to give you examples of how the federal government, one of the stimulus packages that we launched is that the government is going to pay 75% of the salary of your team for the next 6 months. So if you keep your people employed, the government's going to pay 75% of their salary so you can keep your people employed for the next 6 months. Every business in Australia that will qualify for that, right? Which is amazing. That's up to $3,000 in payments per month to keep people employed per person. That's huge, right? Another thing they're doing is they're providing a $10,000 plus bump on your payroll taxes right now. So if you're in business right now and you're paying your taxes and you are legitimately registered with the Australian Tax Office, they're going to give you $10,000 plus, $10,000 minimum, right, as a cash incentive back into your business. Right, which is huge, the other thing that we're doing is now that's at a federal level. At a state level, there's lots of business incentives that are being placed in right now. So governments right now, if you're in Victoria, your local state city is providing $5,000 towards internet marketing services. If you're in the Northern Territory, the Northern Territory government of Australia is providing $10,000 to every business that needs to build a website and do online marketing. This is cash that they're giving to the marketplace. So one of the things that you want to be making people aware of is where they can get access to money. You need to go to your federal, you need to go to your state, and you need to go to your city government websites and look at where their stimulus packages are and share and say, listen, one of the things that I know in business, and we're here to help business people just like you, is you need to be aware of where you can get support and where you can get surplus. Here are some options that you can go and gather cash flow right now if you're not aware where you can get access to it. So I just want to let you know. The second thing is, I know that you want to stay in business, and I know that you want to come out of this and you want to thrive. And so there are two critical things that there's three critical things that you need to be doing right now, right? To keep cash, you've got to communicate with customers. Now, you've got to communicate directly, right? Number two, you have to look at doing business. You have to do business differently, right? How do you get paid? Payment, delivery, right? Engagement. Right now, you've got to do these things to stay in business right now, right? How you get paid, how you deliver what you do in the current environment, and how you drive engagement right now. These are the things that you need to be aware of, or businesses need to be aware of right now. Yeah. So where can they get money? That's something you can go to the market with. Right now, we're trying to help as many businesses stay in business and thrive in the opportunity, in the mini boom that is about to come. One of your opportunities is to get money from the government that they are freely giving to you right now. So take advantage of that cash flow. In Australia, we're about to be hit with the first level of payment of that incentive this week, next week, over $10,000 minimum per business. Some businesses up to $150,000 in cash directly given to the government as part of the stimulus package. That means that some of that money should be driven towards helping you grow your business and stay in business. And how do we stay in business? We need to market, right? We need to market to our existing, we need to market to our prospective, and we need to be visible in the marketplace. Those are the three things that we need to do right now in business, and we need to have a plan. And right now, all of you have the opportunity to provide a plan for people right now, right? Because right now, most people don't have plans. Remember, people right now are looking for clarity and certainty. Certainty. I'm not even spelling correctly. They need clarity and certainty right now. That's what they need from you, right? And right now, businesses don't have a lot of that. Okay, so they need to be asking lots of questions, right? So I'm here to ask you questions if you want me to help you to craft an offer. So Brian says the USA is similar with payroll protection plan from the Small Business Association. Absolutely. Would you consider partnerships, management a viable service offer? Yes. Industry specific or this best done in-house. I don't know what you mean by that, Chris. Helping business stay in business, yes. So Chris, I know you're here. I'm just gonna, just type yes if you've got a microphone, Chris, because I want to elaborate, because that's something that might be worthwhile sharing with the group here. If you've got a microphone, Chris, just type in yes if you've got a microphone. Awesome. So Chris, I'm just gonna, you there, Chris? Can you hear me? You there, Chris?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can. So what do you mean by would I consider partnerships management a viable service offer? What do you mean by that?
In the sense, like if there are, say, two companies that are and develop something, so would you consider working, setting that up or setting up that partnership? Would you
Yes.
consider that?
So what service are you offering, Chris? I just want to be clear about what you're offering, because what you're talking about is, yes, that's a really big opportunity for a lot of businesses right now, where they can partner up with like-minded businesses, where they can share opportunities to grow out of this. But are you the person setting that partnership up, and then you need to take a clip, or you need to ask for a payment from both companies? That's one way to do this. Or you can take a share of the revenue that is created by the partnership, or you can develop the sell or charge for the strategy to develop that partnership.
Okay, thank you. And I was wondering whether the companies would consider that to be better done within the company, or what is your view on that?
So just ask the question again.
Would the companies prefer to do that within the company? Mm-hmm. Or would they be open to looking at a service provider for that?
They would, if a service provider comes to them with that opportunity, then they're going to listen to the service provider. Most companies aren't thinking of the advantages of strategic partnership. We in this market right now, we have the opportunity to be strategic partners with lots of businesses, because we can work with people. Like if we sell, if we sell legal services, then we should be working with accounting practices, or with insurance people, or with financial planning people, and vice versa. We can open ourselves up to markets. All of us here, Chris, do you have a lead list, Chris? Do you have a list of companies?
To some extent.
Yeah, you've got a list. Okay, so regardless of how big or small that list is, and I know that you can go and get a list, you can actually go and acquire, you can engage or create a list very quickly. So if I say, for example, if I had a list of, I have a list of physical therapists, right? I have 7,000 physical therapists on a list, right? So I have a list. So my question is, who would benefit from my list of 7,000 physical therapists that I can market with, and then who has my clients who also services the physical therapy market that I can cross-pollinate their list. So I can go to a strategic partner. Let's say, for example, if somebody provides therapy equipment, right? I can go to a therapy equipment provider, big name brand company, and say, listen, you've got, you're selling equipment in the market. I've got a list of 7,000 people that we can market to. If I were to, can we work out something where I can introduce you to them? And by the way, you're dealing with a lot of people who need our kind of help as well. So if we can get together and perhaps expose what we do to that community, then we've got an opportunity where we can actually bring new revenue to our businesses. And then we can actually share with that revenue. So right now, if you're in the lead generation mode and you've got, let's say you've been working a particular niche and you've got insurance leads that you've generated, or you've got a niche list of chiropractors, or a niche list of HVAC people, or plumbers, or electricians, whatever list it is. My question, who would benefit from that list? And how can you bring that as an opportunity for new prospective customers that you might be nurturing or prospecting yourself, right? Into the marketplace. I'm just going to mute you, Chris, but thank you for asking the question, and I hope I've helped you here. But to me, if you've got a lead list right now, who's got a list right now of 1,000 people in a niche that they've scraped? Who's got 1,000 people or more? Who's scraped a list of 1,000 people or more? Just type in one. Just type in one if you've got 1,000 or more people on a list that you've scraped. Adam, awesome. Trent, awesome. Anybody else? Anybody got a list of 1,000 or more people that you've scraped? Omar, Kristen. Okay. All of you people right now have a great opportunity to go and get a whole bunch of clients with your list, right? There are people that you have on your list right now that need services in the marketplace other than your services. So who is doing business with your market that you can say, listen, I've got 1,000 people on my list that we've been actively prospecting and nurturing. What I'd love to do is maybe we can provide them access to your product or service in the marketplace. What if we developed a marketing campaign together to go out to that market, and then you can give me a percentage of sales that are made? Or alternatively, what if you market my services as a value add, where I can teach people how to get a result or get better results in the market, where we're at least helping your clients stay in business and buy more of your product. That is one of the easiest things you can do. There are more right now people looking for creative ways of generating sales opportunities or revenue opportunities. And let me tell you, they are open to the idea. I've sent out an email to a couple of people last week where I said, hey, if we were looking at a strategy for a JV, right? Are you interested in looking at some partnership opportunities to leverage your revenue opportunities for your business? Yes or no? Just type yes or no. Right? Every single person I sent that email to said yes. It was amazing. Every person said yes, right? So now I've got a dozen people that I'm in communication with, trying to figure out how we can quickly cross-pollinate our opportunities to leverage the market, right? You know, if you've got a scrape list, who needs your scrape list? Who can you help market to the scrape list? Well, I've got 3 of my champions that are specializing just in cold email marketing for businesses. And they're charging people $8,000 a month to do cold email for their business to generate clients. And all they're doing is using the clients that they've already scraped and got in the marketplace to run cold email campaigns. And they're making $8 grand a month per client in the marketplace for cold email, right? Because most people don't know how to do cold email effectively. So if you've got lists, then why not offer that list to somebody who can benefit from that list? And if they're servicing your customer base or in the marketplace, how can you add value to them? How can you teach their audience, show their audience ways in which they can improve the way they communicate and effectively get into the market? That is a very powerful, simple idea that you can offer right now. For all you people who've got 1,000 people, I'd be running out and say, listen, I've got a customer list in this market. You're servicing that market. Can I talk to you about how we can introduce you to those customers, right, in the marketplace? That's a very perfect symbiotic relationship right now. So any questions about what to offer? I'm happy to answer your questions about offers. There's a whole bunch of people on here. I really appreciate you hopping on here. Steve Miller, nice to see you here. If a company already has a strategic partnership management employee, how would you, so I don't understand that question right now. If a company, let me just look at this for a second. If a company already has a strategic partnership, well, you're offering a new strategic partnership, Chris. So I don't know what you're offering here. You're coming to the market with it. You can always offer people a new partnership or a new partnership opportunity, Chris. That's my answer to that question. So my offer is something along the lines of, we'll work with you. So let's look at this, Trent. So my offer is somewhere along the lines of, we'll work with you to create a plan to adapt your financial advisor SME business model to thrive in the new environment. We'll identify the emerging challenges of your prospects and customers, create lead magnets to add value. Most people don't know what a lead magnet is, Trent, so I wouldn't even use that word. So you're going to create a strategy or a campaign strategy to engage the market. We'll set up paid and organic social to drive engagement and give you the right funnel to attract. They don't know what a funnel is, so don't use the word funnel. Attract leads, yes, that's okay. We help you nurture these through effective email marketing campaign, email marketing, bringing highly qualified leads through to your digital presentation. We don't know if they have a digital presentation or not, and sales process. So you're making, one thing that you're doing here, Trent, is you're assuming, one, that people know what you're talking about, and number two, you're assuming that people have digital presentations. So in the financial services market, a lot of people don't have, aren't cognizant of how they can present virtually. So some of the things that you might want, one thing that you might want to add in that process, Trent, is to let people know that they can actually do business virtually using some very key tools that make it easy for their customers to communicate and engage right now where they're available. A lot of people people have got a lot of time on their hands and they're available right now. So if you're targeting the financial planner market, right, there are two things, well, there are actually three things that financial planners have to do. One, they have to make sure that their renewers renew. Remember, people are looking at their money and how much they're paying out and all that sort of stuff. While financial planners are in target for the reassessment of value, right? Number two, so you want to keep your clients and you want the ones that you're working with right now to stay with you and not go to an alternative financial planner. That's number one. Number two, any person you've been engaging with in the past that didn't buy your plan, you need to go back to and say, hey, we've got a plan in this market to make sure that we minimize your risk and we maximize your returns in a volatile market. So if you're interested in seeing that plan and interested in seeing the products that will help you do that, we need to talk. That's the second thing that they need to do. The third thing that they need to do is they need to actively let the market know that the plans, the financial plans and the financial strategies have to adapt and have to change to what's going to be happening between now and the next 3 to 5 years. So right now you need to reassess and readapt your plans. So those are the three things that financial planners have to do into the marketplace. My question to a financial planner is, what are you doing to do these three things? And right now, are you going to stay and are you going to thrive? Because let me tell you, there's going to be a surge of inquiry. And if you're not visible and if you're not proactive and you are not active in the market, you are the one that's going to be left on the pile, right? So if you're interested in a plan to help you achieve those sorts of things, that's going to give you some certainty and some clarity, we need to get on the phone. What's the best possible phone number that we can contact you on? That's the offer. Trent, I've recorded that. You can swipe that. Anybody else that can swipe that idea, swipe it off this recording. So I've literally scripted out your pitch, your offer, your email right there in that moment. So thanks for giving some context. I have a unique pay per page model, which includes web design and SEO. So Adam, right now, so what do you mean by, so I'm going to talk to you in just a moment. Adam was created to help small businesses who are looking for more local customers. We also combine GMB optimization. So Adam, I'm going to talk to you in just a second. Adam's doing lots of stuff here. So it's completely done for your service. We do the design, content hosting, ongoing monthly SEO optimization, including blogging. So you're providing a communication strategy. So Adam, I'm going to unmute your microphone. Where are you, Adam? Adam Cowan. Okay, so you there, Adam? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, yeah.
Okay, so you've got a service. I'm just going to go back up here. You've got a service right now, a unique pay per page model. What do you mean by pay per page model?
So effectively, you could come to us and you could start off with just one page, wanting just to promote your company name. And then as you get more confident in terms of digital marketing, because there's a lot of businesses out there that don't have digital, that have done any advertising, they can add more pages on. So you can start small and then you can scale up.
So that's awesome, right? So the pay per page model works for you and it works for them from a scaling model. I understand that. But the message here is that right now, if you don't have a strategy to be visible, you don't have a strategy to be found, this is the most, we have a plan that starts at this range of pricing and goes up to this range of pricing. So we can get you visible, we can get you seen for as little as this amount of money. Right now it is critical that people be able to find you online, and most businesses are struggling to do that right now, but it's never been easier. With 17 to 20% of the businesses dropping out in most markets, you now have an opportunity to do a leapfrog and get in front of the competition. If you're interested in our plan or our strategy on how we can make you visible, how we can attract buying customers, and more importantly, looking at ways in which you can save money right now in this time where you need to be thinking about saving money, how you can take advantage of opportunity. That's your message.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay, that's exactly what I would be doing. So think about, it's not the mechanics of what you're offering, Adam, is not the thing. The mechanics is not what's interesting here. What's interesting here is remember, we're talking about where people's heads are at in security. So what are people trying to do? They're trying to save money. They're trying to look at where they can spend their money to get best bang for buck, right? They're looking, so that's what they're doing, right? So what's important? One of the most important things is you want to be visible. What's something that is that is always going to be there? Organic search. So how do we maximize your opportunity right now in the fact that 20% of the market is going out the window? That gives a huge door opening for you to become visible relatively quickly in the marketplace. And if we can do that in a very inexpensive way so that you can maximize your revenue, and you've got a pay as you play or pay as you go way so that it manages your budget effectively and also maximize your opportunity for that visibility and ROI, then is it okay if we show you our plan on how you can take advantage of what's going on right now? There's another email for you.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, I have recorded this. Okay,
Brilliant.
Any other questions?
No, that's it. Thank you very much.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
So let's mute you, Adam. So who else? Who else is here? Mark. So the post is we should be thriving right now, generating cash flow, growing your business online, and preparing for the new opportunities. You can get my best ideas to do that, or who do you recommend? Okay, so Mark, I'm going to unmute you because that post is not going to help you to attract people right now. So what you're doing is you're telling people what you think that they should be doing, and you should not be telling people what you think they should be doing. We are in a very highly emotional environment, so we need to emotion against emotion is going to be, it's like two negatives together like a magnet, right? Right now we are in a highly emotional state. You know, who agrees right now that we are in a high emotional state right now? Just type 1. Just go 1 on the keyboard. Right now, businesses and people are in a highly emotional state. Remember, we're looking for security. So if we are going to talk about, if we're going to bring in the conversation of thrive as the first, we should be thriving. Right now, people cannot see how they can thrive. Right now, they're sitting, I've just let a mother of 2 go because I don't think I can afford her wages right now. I feel like a dirtbag because I'm sacking all my staff and they need this money, but I need this too. So they're not sitting there thinking, I'm going to thrive, right? Only less than 15% of the market is in thrive mode, is thinking about that. So the messaging that you're using right now, Mark, is not, we should be thriving right now. No. Right now, we should be shit scared about what's going on. Right now, businesses are panicking. They're making irrational decisions. They're cutting back. That's the message you want to lead with. We need to acknowledge where people are at right now, right? So right now, you're doing a couple of things here. You're drastically reacting to the situation that's being presented in front of you. You're looking at your cash flow. You're minimizing your expenditures. You're rationalizing the people you work with. You're letting some people go. You're giving people furlough. You're doing all those things right now. And at the end of the day, one of the things you need to be also taking into consideration is how you're going to stay in business. And so there are 2 aspects of staying in business. One is you need to over communicate with your existing clients. What I mean by that is they need to be aware that they can still do business with you. Number 2, have you changed the way your business runs in relation to how you deliver your service or offering to your customers? So how are you adapting? How are you changing? How are you making it easy for clients that you're letting know that you're still in business, that they can do business with you? And number 3, right now, there is a gap in the marketplace. If you hang in there, if you stay in the market, you need to make sure that you're being visible in that market. And so what we're working on right now is to show people a way in which they can communicate and engage and let clients know that they're visible, so that people stay and they still pay you cash and you can keep the cash coming in. And number 2, we need to let the market know that you're open, because right now a lot of your competition is closing their doors and people need options. So right now I'm helping people to devise a plan, something that gives them certainty, some clarity and some focus, moving out of these very uncertain times. Is that okay, Mark? Is that a better post than we should be thriving? Because we shouldn't be thriving right now. Nobody's thinking about thriving right now, right? I'm saying be in business, stay in business and thrive in business, but I'm not leading with the thrive. I'm leading with the be in business right now. Being in business means you need to bring customers in. You need to bring cash flow in. That's being in business. Staying in business, you need to look at ways of acquiring, making it easy for people to buy from you. How are you adjusting and pivoting? That's the staying in business, right? The thriving in business is looking at the gap or the opportunity that is coming ahead of us. How do we make sure we actually put ourselves in a place to at least have the effect of the mini boom that is about to come? And so if you don't have a plan right now that's covering those three key areas, and you want to look at perhaps being a little bit more creative or innovative or a little bit more dynamic so that you've got some clarity and some certainty, then I'd love to be able to share what we've been working on, helping clients through this time of incredible uncertainty and incredible damage that's occurring to the business market. We are trying to help as many people to stay in business, and we're trying to help as many people to look at their opportunities of making sure the cash flow is coming in, and looking from where that cash flow comes in, where you can actually create some stability and some growth. Because right now, from a business point of view, the next 18 months and the next 24 months are absolutely critical. That's your post, Mark. Pace and lead, yes. That's a really blunt thing to do. Get a plan to stay in business right now. That's blunt, right? Now you're leading with the offer of a plan, and they're going, why do I need a plan? Right? What is this plan? So you're not giving people any context. What I've literally scripted the post. Anybody that can get this recording, I've literally given you your post that you can send out to your market. I've given you an email. I've given you a Facebook post. I've given you a text message you can send out to customers. The call to action is just reach out and let me know if you need some. Let me know if you're interested in talking about how you can do some of these things. That's your That's your call to action. Yeah, you need to be very careful about right now. Okay, plan. I get plans, but what's the context of that plan, right? And if you and right now, like okay, let's pick a niche. So thank you for really sharing with this, Mark. I really appreciate you doing this. But let's pick a niche. Somebody just punch in a niche. Anybody, just punch in a niche in the chat. Just type in the chat a niche. Accountant. Okay, thank you. So right now, think about where accountants at right now. Right now, a lot of people are calling accountants, asking them how they can get access to money from the government. You know, all these plans and incentives, the IRS, the ATO, or the Australian Tax Office, other tax organizations where they're delivering the stimulus packages. A lot of people, that's one of the first things that I did the first day when the government opened up its stimulus package. The very first phone call I made was to my accountant. The very first email that I wrote that email to my accountant and say, hey, the government's giving all this money. How do we access it? Can we talk, or can we get on the phone quickly on how we can access it? And you know what? My accountant has been very sluggish in responding to my request. They're saying, yes, there are certain things you can do. Yes, we'll get on the call. Maybe because they're being inundated with phone inquiries like me going, hey, there's free cash. Let's go and get the money, right? Because I can use that money to grow my business. Yeah. So think about where accountants are at right now. Accountants are the best person that you can go to right now to help you access those funds, because there are applications that need to be made for grants. There are applications that need to be made for restructuring, for your 401k, for your superannuation, self-funded superannuations. There's all these things that they need to know. So from an accountant's point of view, how are you helping your clients, right? Get access to those funds right now. So in that context of what I just said, right, rather than saying, let me give you a plan on how you can help your clients get access to that money, they're not interested in a plan. They kind of know how to get the client access to the money. What they don't know is how they can leverage. If you want to help a lot of people, rather than doing onesie twosie, you're going to be inundated with inquiry. If I can come and show you a way in which you can help a whole bunch of people at the same time and make it easy for them to invest in your services, to access the opportunities that are coming through, can I talk to you about how you can go from one-to-one to one-to-many, right? And also how we can invite people in the public market to let them know that you are proactive, right, in helping people right now to get access to that finance. So if I can show you how you can reach a wider market and a wider audience that is looking for answers to these questions right now, and if we can get your current clients to take advantage of what you've got right now, if we can marry those two and give you a much better opportunity to make it easy for people to buy or invest in the time that you have to offer, can we talk? What's the best number I can call you on, Mr. or Mrs. Accountant? That's the message that I would have for We're Accountants right now. Give me another niche. Anybody got another niche? That's the offer that I'd be making right now to accountants, because they're going to be inundated with inquiries. Well, what's the best way to do that? Let's put on a webinar. HVAC right now. What's going on in HVAC? So right now in HVAC, a lot of HVAC companies have laid off staff. They've laid off staff, they've given furlough, and they're basically providing emergency phone numbers, right? So one of the things that's going on right now, you might be noticing, if you are or you're not noticing, we know that there are a lot of HVAC companies right now that are getting lots of inquiries, but we also know a lot of HVAC companies have actually shut down and told their staff to go home and let go of a lot of staff, and they're not actually getting those phone calls. So one of the things that I know that the market needs to know, if you're in the southern states of the United States, you're about to come into summer, right? And if you're coming into summer, people are going to need their air conditions fixed, because right now they're sitting at home and they're sweating and they don't want to sweat. The one thing they want to do is they want to add to their comfort. In the time of stress, we are looking for comfort. And so HVAC is really important right now. I know HVAC companies that are actively engaging the market, letting know that the doors are open, the lines are running, and letting their customers know that they can get people out there to service their air conditioning units or install air conditioning units without having to physically engage with the customer. So if you're interested in a plan to activate or engage your customers virtually, and if you're interested in a plan to make sure that you're one of the people that are going to be called for those people who are inquiring right now, because a lot of people aren't getting answers to their inquiries, so they're moving on to the next HVAC company. So if you're interested in looking at ways of making sure that you are the first choice in your community, give me the best possible phone number. I can show you a very simple plan that we put in together, put into place. It does three things. One, actively engage your currents right now to make sure they're aware that they can access you in business. Number two, options for how you operate virtually. And number three, making sure that you are visible in your community, so that letting people know that you're open and that you can help and that you can provide a service. If you're interested in doing those sorts of things, give me the best possible phone number that I can contact you on right now. We're trying to help as many HVAC companies stay in business right now, and more importantly, be able to take advantage of the mini boom that is about to occur. And if you're not aware of this, then I'm more than happy to share our plans on how we can help you do that. That's HVAC, right? Swimming pools right now, I don't know who wants to build a swimming pool other than people who've got lots of money. Where they need a pool, they're sitting at home and saying, hey, summer's coming, maybe we need a pool. For me, pool marketing is SEO and AdWords, letting people know that you're still building swimming pools, Mark. Same message that I did for HVAC. Right now, you're sitting there in your home, and there are people right now that have got money that are sitting in their home, looking at their backyard, saying, you know what, maybe we need to build that pool, right? So that's the option that you've got to do there. Jason Croft. Crypto and blockchain. Right now, crypto is all over the place. It's all over the place. It's being devalued. Crypto money is not real money, so a lot of people are looking for real money. So there's some real challenges in that marketplace. Unless you're helping people who are selling cryptocurrency or consulting to cryptocurrency, what are the options that people have to maximize the usage of cryptocurrency? Then I would be doing exactly what I've just shared and say, hey, right now crypto is volatile and it's all over the place, just like real cash, right? But if you want to maximize your crypto dollars, or look at a plan to let people know what they can do from a crypto perspective, let's have a chat. Mate, I do not envy that market. I think the crypto market is in for some really volatile times. I don't know about you, but I don't know any coffee shop or any restaurant right now that is accepting crypto dollars for food. I don't know any business right now on the planet that I'm aware of, that I'm speaking to right now, Jason, that is actually accepting crypto dollars for their services. I don't know any plumber that can take crypto dollars for their services. I don't know anybody who's doing that. So I don't know where the market is with cryptocurrency. I know there are consultants. I know that there are product providers in the crypto market. I know that there are people that are out there doing that. If they see where there's an advantage, if you know that people can benefit from cryptocurrency, or they know that they can help people to benefit from cryptocurrency. Then my question to them is, right now, what are you doing in this volatile market to show people financial options other than cash? Hopefully that answers your question, Jason. I personally think anybody playing the crypto market right now is playing the very long-term play, because right now cash is king. Right now I can't spend my crypto dollars anywhere. Nobody's accepting my dollars right now, not for things that I want or need. Solar installers, same as the HVAC people right now, because we're coming into the summer months. We want to save money. This is a way that we can actually make some money by putting stuff back into the grid. Right now with the solar, are you open? Can you help people with installations right now? We've got a plan to make sure people are taking advantage of the savings that they can make from solar. There is going to be a surge in solar sales. So that's what I would do with solar. Landscape designers, same thing. That people need looking at their backyards right now. So my question to the landscape people is, right now, what are you doing to help people who are sitting there looking at their backyards, saying that they need to change how their backyard looks right now? So just anybody that's offering contractor services, this is the opportunity, right? Right now, people are sitting there making lists of all the things that they need to fix in their house right now. They're in their home right now. They've got nothing better to do. So they're doing one of two things: watching the news or looking for things to work on. And some of the things they're looking to work on are the things they need to fix in the house, right? A friend of mine that I was talking to was sitting at home, and I was saying, how are you doing? He said, yeah, I'm kind of looking at some of the cracks. We need to get some plastering done in the home, right? We need to get that fixed, but right now we're trying to find a plasterer who'll come in and get that fixed. So if you're in the plastering market and people have got cracks in their houses, they're looking at these cracks, they're paying attention to all these things that are broken, right? And they need you. So my statement or my offer to that market is, right now there are people sitting at home looking at all their broken shit and making lists of all the things that need to be fixed. How are you helping those people get access to you so you can help them fix their broken shit, right? That's the pitch, right? Hey, right now I know people are looking, because I'm seeing people that are calling lots of these businesses. I've done a bit of a Google trend search on inquiries for services in the marketplace, and I'm noticing that in the landscape market, there's been a 30% rise in people searching for landscapers. My question is, how are you making yourself visible to that market right now? Because they need to call you. And my question is right now, do you want to be the person that they call first, or do you want that business to go to another landscaper in your community? Right now, we're devising strategies and plans for landscapers to take advantage of what people are looking for in relation to spending money on their landscaping. And let me tell you right now, in the coming months, that's going to happen. If it's not happening now, it's certainly going to be happening, because right now we're seeing a huge upward trend. You can take a snapshot of Google Trends and send it to them and say, look, this is what's happening right now. In most city markets, people are looking for, there's a massive increase on landscapers. My question to you is, right now, are you being found for that? And are you getting those phone calls that these people are making? If not, I'd love to be able to sit down with a plan, show you how to do those three things. Make sure that you're the person they call. Number two, keep you visible in the market so they can actually ask you questions. Number three, talk about ideas on how you can adapt and virtually help your clients, right, in the market. If you're interested, let's have a quick chat. I'm more than happy to share these ideas with you openly. And if you like the ideas, then we can look at a way in which we can help each other or partner with each other. There's your script. John, any thoughts of an offer for startups? Right now, unless you've got a really, so for startups, what business are you selling? Right? When we say startups, there's startups in every genre and every market. So right now, what's going to happen there's two things that are going to happen. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to draw this out for you so you can understand what is going on, right? So let's look at the economy. Right now, right, we are seeing unemployment rise rapidly. So back in November 2019, we, in America, in the Western world, we were at what they call zero functional employment. What that meant was anybody with a skill, anybody with value to the market was already working, and they were not freely available to work. So it was harder to hire people into the market with skills, right? So here we are, February, or actually, sorry, we're now in April. Here we are in April 2020. In Australia, in 3 days, 1 million people lost their jobs. In America, that's in Australia. In the USA, in 1 week, 3 million people lost their jobs. Right? Now, these people that are coming into the job market, some of them have skills. They're highly skilled. Right now, I'm hiring. I'm hiring like crazy right now. I'm hiring for marketing. I'm hiring for sales. I'm hiring for administration. I'm hiring like crazy right now because there's this huge talent pool, right? There's huge skills in the market. 20% of my consulting champions are hiring right now. Right now, one of my consulting champions just hired the most experienced ClickFunnels funnel builder from another marketer who decided to let that funnel builder go. And so they immediately snapped them up. So now they've got a highly skilled, highly trained funnel builder that can deliver converting funnels to the marketplace. And they got that person at a discount. Right. So right now, huge unemployment. Right. So more than 30% of that unemployed market is looking to start a new business. They're looking. I can't work for somebody else and not be in control. I've been thinking about getting into a business. I want to start a business. So when you say startup, you need funded startups. You don't want non-funded startups because right now you don't want to work with people who don't have cash. You need to work with funded startups. So what do they need to do? They need to put their product in the market. They need to build a customer base. They need to do everything that everybody else needs to do in relation to growing their business, to be in business. So how are they putting their product in the marketplace or service in the marketplace? How are they attracting new customers? Where they're investing their dollars? How are they selling what they have to sell in a current market? Those are the things that you want to be mindful of that you're putting in the market, right? Those are the things right now that you want to be mindful of that you're putting into the market in terms of what we're doing. Yeah. So I hope that answers your question. Right now, that's a huge opportunity. There's tons of people coming into business, and some of those people have got money, and they need to look at ways of marketing their businesses. And most of these people don't know how to market. They have no idea. Healthy food, e-commerce, spend more money on Facebook advertising, Fernando. They need to spend a lot more money on Facebook ads to let people know that their product is out there, and Facebook ad costs are dropping. So healthy food e-commerce is on the rise. People are sitting at home and they're ordering. I am ordering pre-prepared meals right now. I think I'm getting 7 calorie-controlled pre-prepared meals for $77. So $7.70 for a calorie-controlled pre-prepared meal. Now, I'm not eating pre-prepared meals all day long. It's just one of the options that I have available to me if I decide not to cook. So the pre-prepared meal market, or the healthy food e-commerce market, Fernando, is on the rise. Those people need to make sure that people are aware that their product is available. So how do you do that? Facebook advertising, PPC advertising. Right now, fast healthy foods is on the rise. Driveway payment. Stop. If you've been looking at right now, you need to be. So the message mark for the driveway payment market is let people know that you're open for business. Let people know that you can provide them with a measuring quote by using Google Maps, Let people know that you can virtually engage with them. Let people know that you can actually take payment online and you can do a quote physically with them and hop on Zoom, and let people know that you're COVID-19 compliant, where you come to deliver the paving or to do the work, where you ask the person or the customer to come to the door and you can wave and say, hey, thanks for hiring us and you keep safe. Let's fix your pavement right up right now. So right now, the number one thing for driveway payment people is Google AdWords and Google My Business. Google AdWords and Google My Business are the two areas that I would do. I don't know what that means in certain countries. They are. So if you do business in those certain countries, Jason, then my answer is yes. But at the moment, like I'm still not understanding who is the market for cryptocurrency, Jason. I don't know who we're talking about. What type of business we're talking about? If you list the type of businesses you're talking about, then I can give you a strategy. But to say cryptocurrency, kind of, that's can of worms. Right now, I would not be investing in cryptocurrency. No way. Legal firms, Miguel, legal businesses are going to go off the rails right now. They're going to be huge because this is where legal firms are going to be engaged. The amount of lawsuits that are going to happen out of this crisis is going to be huge. The amount of mediation that is going to happen out of this crisis is massive. Legal financial advice and structuring and all that sort of stuff is on the rise. So Miguel, the thing is right now is legal firms right now need to become more visible, and they need to answer the questions of the market that have the demand for what's happening right now. So how is the crisis impacting on business, personal, all those areas, family law, the number of divorces that are going to occur because of isolation is going to go through the roof, because imagine you've got two people who don't like each other. Now they're having to look at each other all day long. So, family law is going to go through the roof. For legal firms right now is you want to be visible. Right now, what is your plan to be visible for the service you provide? Because ultimately, you want to be the first choice in your market. And this is an opportunity where there are a lot of legal firms that have decided to take a break. Whilst they're taking a break and falling asleep, you have the opportunity right now to pick up the client load that is being left open. So my question to you is, if you can handle more business, if you can handle an increased fee for the cost of your services, so you're making more profit, if you can handle, if you are able to adapt and pivot to communicating more effectively online, so people can deal with you not face-to-face in the real, but more face-to-face virtually. I'd love to share some of the plans and strategies that we've got into place to help legal firms take advantage of the surge that is about to hit your industry. Give me the best possible contact number. There it is. Okay, you've got a buddy in Spain. So so my question to you, Jason, can you go and help PR firms in Spain that are helping these companies? I'm still trying to figure out what your angle is here. I'm figuring out if you do have a solution, and if you've got a thing that businesses in the crypto market can take advantage of right now, and they're not going to pay you in cryptocurrency, they're going to pay you in real cash, because you need cash, right? Because I know that when you're dealing with cryptocurrency people, they want to pay you in cryptocurrency, and right now, unless you can eat cryptocurrency, or you've got plenty of cash and you can afford to accept cryptocurrency as payment for your services, then have at it. I think that's an awesome idea. Lawyers, what impact does their speciality have? The impact that their speciality have is navigating all the legal problems that are going to be occurring in property, legal problems in between tenants and renters, both commercial and also at a personal level, the legal issues and implications of funds, management funds, the legal implications of managing 401k, self-managed super funds, venture capital funds. Right now I'm talking to a couple of VC firms that have got $3 billion of cash that they want to spend with businesses. And part of that process is they have a legal requirement from a compliance point of view, and they need lawyers. They need lots of lawyers. In fact, every business that they go to needs a lawyer. So I don't know if that answers your question, Jay. Peter Smith, don't forget to share your idea of the appointment funnel with Facebook. Thanks, Peter. I'll do that in just a second. In fact, I'm running out of time. I've got 4 minutes before I have to get another call. Yeah, Brian, should our cold email format change in this environment? It's not about the length of your cold email, Brian. It is about the relevance and the quality of the information you're providing in the cold email. It's how you help people and how you make it relevant for them. So if you acknowledge where they're at right now and you acknowledge that they've got some options, and if they're interested in some of the options, and you can give a case study or an example of how you can solve some of those problems, and then letting people know that they can contact you or reach you or they can share, then you've got the opportunity to do that. Peter, I'm not going to have time to share that strategy today. I'll probably share it tomorrow. I'll remind myself. I'll make a note for myself. John, these offer structures are awesome. Do you think they work as, yes, cold email, direct marketing, LinkedIn, yes. Would you use particular intro for cold LinkedIn DM? Reach out to people and say, hey, look, I'm talking to business owners and try and navigate their way through what's going on. I've been getting some really interesting feedback on how people are innovating and how people are approaching the opportunities they have in the market. If you're interested in talking to me, I'd love to know perhaps what you're working on, or more importantly, I'm happy to share about some of the innovations and some of the creativity that's going on in the marketplace. If you're interested, let's have a chat. DM me, and here's a link to my calendar. You can do it that way. There's a message. Peter, I'm going to have to do the Facebook funnel tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to do that today. So with that, I hope you've got a lot out of it today. I hope this has been helpful to you. I'm going to be doing this again tomorrow. If you haven't already, if you go to consultingunleashed.com, consultingunleashed.com/go. Don't put the www, just consultingunleashed.com/go. You can jump into the Consulting Unleashed Facebook group if you haven't already. You can go to my YouTube channel, the Consulting Unleashed YouTube channel, subscribe, turn the bell notification on so that you get the notifications when we upload these videos into YouTube. You've got the booking link to this daily webinar that we are running for you. Like I said, I'm trying to help as many businesses navigate through this process. One thing I will ask you, if I can ask you one small favor, can you please share the consultingunleashed.com/go. Let people know that I'm running these daily sessions where I'm answering your questions, giving you strategy in here. Because like I said, I'm scripting things out for you in real time every single day. And if I can help you move forward and I help you with all the information that I'm coming across, then I want to make sure that as many people as possible out there can do this. If you want to talk to me personally right now, if you've got clients that you're trying to keep a hold of and you're trying to engage or bring clients into the service you're providing, you can go to calljohnlogar.com and you can book some time in my calendar, but only if you have customers that you're trying to, more importantly, keep and upsell. And if you're looking to kind of bring in, if you're looking to add another 1 to 5 clients in the next 30 days, I'd love to be able to talk to you. I will share exactly what you need to do to get those clients into your business. But you must have clients already that you're working with, because the strategies that I'm going to be sharing are going to be more pertinent to you. So with that, I want to thank you. So the site for that is if you go to calljohnlogar.com. You go to calljohnlogar.com. You can grab some time in my calendar. The link there is right there in the chat. So with that, I want to thank you for being here. Same time, same bat channel tomorrow. I'm going to be here sharing ideas and tactics and strategies with you again. And I really appreciate all the feedback here. Thanks, Mark. I really appreciate you saying that, going back to the drawing board. Think of how you help. The focus you want to have right now is you want to help people. The second thing you want to do is, and it really should be the primary thing, is, you want to stay safe. You want to do everything you can to stay safe right now. If I were you, I would reach out to one friend, one colleague, one person, just to go, hey, how are you going? Are you okay? If you want to have a quick chat, love to have a chat. Love to know what you're working on whilst you're isolating or in lockdown. Love to share about some of the stuff that perhaps we've been working on, but I just want to have some positive and optimistic conversations. And I just wanted to reach out to you to make sure you're okay. If you send that out to people, let me tell you, that will enrich your experience whilst we are in the craziest times right now. So I want to say thank you all for being here. Like I said, go back to the link tomorrow, same time, same bat channel. Go to consultingunleashed.com/go. You'll get access to all those channels. And if you can share or let other people know that you know that are in this business that you believe may be benefit from the help that I'm giving here, please do share that with that community. So thanks again. I will see you all tomorrow. Take care, everybody.